So I've thought about getting a 3D printer for quite a while, and the reason I haven't done it is because you did more tinkering with the 3D printer than actual 3D printing your actual items. And that really doesn't sound like much fun to me. A lot of people enjoy it, just not my thing. But now that the Bambu Lab has brought out their second iteration of the P series, this is the P2S instead of the P1S, there is pretty much nothing you have to do other than set this up, or so they say. I've never used a 3D printer before, and this is going to be a little bit of a learning experience, I'm sure, but I'm going to see exactly how much it takes to get it ready and get my first print going. So without further ado, let's get it out of the box and set it up. This is by no means going to be a how-to set it up, but it might be if you've never used a 3D printer before, maybe this will give you an idea of exactly what you're in for if you're buying your first 3D printer like I am. So let's get it out of the box. Quick start guide. Definitely don't need that. We're gonna need that. You wanna grab that? So, as I stated earlier, this is my first 3D printer. I went with the P2S from Bambu Labs because the P1S was a very highly regarded printer from everything that I've heard and the countless videos I've watched. The P1S is a very reliable printer, and many people use that for their print farms because of the versatility, speed, and reliability that you get for this price point, all in an enclosed printer. And the P2S improved upon that popular success. I have been keeping an eye on the 3D printing community for a while, ever since they came out, and I've been wanting to get one. But I did not want to deal with the tinkering that came with most of the early iterations of the printers. Bambu Lab really took the 3D printing to the point of set it up and print without any worries, almost to the point of a general appliance in your house, like a coffee pot. It just works. So that is what actually made me take the dive into 3D printing. Bambu Lab has really opened up the ecosystem of 3D printing to people that are just wanting to get the product off the build plate and use it right away. To set up this printer, it really is pretty straightforward. It comes well packaged with an AMS tucked neatly and securely inside of it. All of the tools to take the screws out come with a printer, and it's just as simple as taking a few screws out and pulling everything out of the actual inside of the printer. But don't miss any screws. This will cause you headaches when you go to start it up, but thankfully they are very well marked so you don't miss anything. A mistake that I made was trying to remove the foam that was below the print bed. Don't take this out. This actually stays in until you start the calibration and the print bed raises, and then you can remove it. After you get everything out and the screws taken out, it's as simple as setting up the AMS on top, plugging in some PTFE tubes, and that's it. Load your filament and do the calibration. So I got the printer all set up and it's calibrating right now. All I can say is make sure you take out all the screws. The foam in the bottom stays in until after the calibration. You can open it up while you're doing the calibration and pull the foam out. And make sure you have the build plate installed when you do the calibration. Other than that, it's just waiting probably, I think it said a half an hour to get the calibration done. And then we'll load some filament in there and we'll do a print. I don't know what I'm going to print. I don't have a lot of time tonight. Maybe probably just something simple that I can get done in like 20 minutes. So we'll wait for this to get done and we'll start printing something. So the calibration's all done now. And now I'm going to load some filament in there. I'm just going to start with some normal PLA. I did get some PET G to try out. And I'm going to print a little scraper that the razor blade goes on. I figured it'd be a nice, quick, easy print that I can get done tonight. So let's throw some filament in there and see how to start a print. So it has actually been maybe a week since I first set up this printer, and I got really busy. And this is the first print that I did, just a simple scraper. I didn't do one with the razor blade because that one was gonna be like an hour and a half, 2 hour print, and I didn't think I had time that night. Since then, I still have not printed off the one for the metal scraper, but I did print off another one that actually goes right on the printer itself. Clips right on there, kind of like a handle. I've printed a lot of stuff on this printer so far. This thing's been pretty much running non-stop. I printed off a battery holder for the M12 batteries. I printed off one for the M18 batteries. I printed off a bunch of stuff for the kids, some trinkets, some knickknacks, key rings. I printed off a really cool cup that actually is for sunflower seeds. It stores the sunflower seeds, and has another hole that drops down below it, and you can spit your sunflower seeds in there. Some really cool stuff. Super excited on what this is gonna do for me for the shop. And I just have to play with it a little bit, get used to it, and maybe start designing my own stuff for you guys to pick up if you guys are interested. And I guess we'll see where this takes me. Right now I'm printing a holder for the Scrub Daddy that sits in the sink and it drains into the sink, and a flower little keychain for the kids. Odds and ends, I try to throw as much onto the build plate as I can. I have not had one single failure yet. I've had a couple that come out a little iffy, but it was just settings I had to figure out. So I would suggest playing around with it a little bit and getting used to all the settings. The 3D modeling software I'm going to use is probably going to be Tinkercad to start out with. It's pretty simple, and that's kind of what I'm looking at to get started. There are higher end ones like Fusion 360. That's one that a lot of people use, but it's pretty complicated, and I'm not really sure if I want to do that quite yet. So I'm going to continue playing around with it, and I can't wait until I get some cabinets built in here and I can start doing organization for all the tools, all the 3D printing stuff. And you know what? It's awesome. It's cool, it's fun to play around with, and it's probably going to pay for itself within a year of all the random stuff that I'm printing that I probably would buy on Amazon anyways. So if you guys like this video, give it a like and subscribe for future 3D printing and DIY stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.